gold, and other precious metals. They also purchase diamonds. Look around your home for broken jewelry chains, gold watches, glass rings, gold coins, silver forks, knives, and spoons, even silver serving dishes. You can log on to NewYorkGoldSilver.com or call them at 1-866-603-NYGS. That's 1-866-603-6947. New York Gold and Silver Exchange. Cash for gold.
I mean, when I said I could order in French, but when the waiter came, I just smiled and said, "Je voudrais le poulet et le frites."
Discover the world's fastest way to learn a language, guaranteed. It's the amazing Rosetta Stone software, and you can try it free. Request a free demo CD-ROM by calling 1-800-336-1989. There's no tedious translation, useless memorization, or boring drills. Call 1-800-336-1989. 1-800-336-1989.
Coast is the #1 selling insect repellent and sunscreen combination. It blocks the burn and the bite. Its unique formula is ideal for the entire family. Look for Mosquito Coast in the sunscreen section.
You're listening to Rush Limbaugh, 11 till 2, followed by Sean Hannity on News Talk 820, WBAP. Talent on loan from God. Rush Limbaugh on Castrati Thursday. A special summer spectacular of the EIB Network. John in West Palm Beach, Florida. Nice to have you, sir, here with us. Hello.
Hey, Rush, how you doing? Megadino's from a college conservative up at the University of Florida in Gainesville.
Thank you, sir, very much.
It's an honor to speak with you. I just had a call to tell you that I'm a political science major up there, and every day in school I'm just pounded with liberalness. I mean, I see it, I hear it, but I attribute it to you, my father, and my grandfather, that I've learned the values of conservatism, and once you learn the values of conservatism, seeing all the liberalness in college just makes you proud to be a conservative.
Not only that, it makes it impossible for the liberals to shake you. You know, they can make you mad, but they can't talk you out of what you believe. By definition, an organization or an individual that is not conservative will eventually become a liberal. Because conservatism is a daily applied intellectual achievement or activity. Liberalism is not. Liberalism is one of those gutless choices you can make. You just sit around and, you feel bad about your country, feel bad about yourself, look for reasons to feel good about it, see suffering, say, ooh, I hate to see that, think you're a good person. After you see it, you care about a bunch of things you didn't cause, so forth. Liberalism is so damned easy, it's embarrassing. Conservatism takes some application, and that's why, you were so far ahead of the game. You and others like you at universities all over the country are going to be the generation that are going to straighten all this around.
I agree, sir. And also to all those parents out there listening, whose kids are going away to college in August, teach your kids the value of hard work, and that hard work is what gets you things, not just sitting back. Teach your kids between a privilege and a right. Teach your kids the right to life.
And I'll tell you something. You've hit on something here. Teaching your kids between the difference between a privilege and a right, teaching kids the value of hard work. This is just. You want to hear what the Oprahization of America has come to? Try this story. Eve Pigeon, spelled just like the bird. Eve Pigeon watched the large group of crumb crunchers, many of them laughing and chatting excitedly as they boarded their bus for summer sleepaway camp. They just couldn't wait, said Eve Pigeon, whose 8-year-old daughter Zoe was among the young campers. And then Eve Pigeon looked around and noticed something else. There weren't any children crying about leaving for summer camp. It was the parents who were crying. These days, camp leaders and family counselors say it's an increasingly common dynamic. It used to be the homesick kid begging to come home from camp. While that still happens, they've noticed that it's often parents who have more trouble letting go. They call it kid sickness. Kid sickness, a condition attributed in large part to today's more involved style of parenting. Observers also say that it's only being exacerbated by our ability to be in constant contact by cell phone and computer, as well as many parents' perception that the world is a more dangerous place. For leaders at many summer camps, it's meant that dealing with parents has become a huge part of their jobs. Eve Pigeon, again, it was nothing for our mothers to send us away for 2 months. We were their jobs 24 hours a day, so perhaps they needed a respite. They perhaps didn't ache for their kids on a daily basis as working parents do. Before little Zoe went to camp last summer, her mom, Eve Pigeon, loaded her daughter's backpack with stationery and stamps, since the only way she was allowed to contact her family was through handwritten letters. Both her parents, who are divorced, and Zoe's younger brother, Ben, wrote to her often, but as they watched their mailboxes each day, nothing came. The family frantically checked the camp's website, where photos of campers were regularly posted. Her mom took some comfort in that. I could see she was immensely happy. Her smile so big it must have hurt her cheeks, said Mother Eve Pigeon. But still the letters. Even after she sent a fax to the camp that read, Zoe Pigeon, write to your mom right now. All caps. Bob Ditter, a therapist who works with the crumb crunchers, adolescents, and families in Boston, has acted as a consultant to camps since the early 80s, and he says he hears stories like these all the time. He says, something to be said for a parent who cares, but not to the point of becoming a helicopter parent, a term used for parents who constantly hover over their... You know, we are out of whack. We are 180 degrees out of phase. I can't tell. I had to go to summer camp. I was talking about this with Snurdly this morning. I hated it. I despised it. A little bus showed up at 7. Summertime is supposed to sleep late after having to get up early every day to go to stupid school. And here comes a little bus. All these little kids I didn't care a whit about having to spend time with. The bus chugs off to some stupid farm. There was no air conditioning out there. The only exciting moment was when they gave you Kool-Aid. About noontime, had bologna sandwiches with cheese on it, not even any mayonnaise. And I hung around where the adults were because they had a radio in there. I remember living in Elizabeth Palisades Park by Freddie Cannon. So what year would that have been? 63? 62, whatever it was. And I'm sitting around, I'm listening to some of the tunes on the radio, and then my parents got reports back I wasn't socializing with the kids. That's damn right. Out there kicking stupid balls around, avoiding cow chips out there. I never understood. It was for a week. And it was the most dreaded week of the summer. It made me actually wish for school, because it was like 7 o'clock, and my mother was never happier than when she put me on that bus. My mother never cried a whit. My mother might have cried when I got home, but she did not cry when she put me on the bus. And now parents are crying because the kids going to summer, and the kids obviously like it because they're living with their hovering parents. Day and night ask, how do you feel? Is everything okay? What can I do for you? Let's be friends. Well, all that stuff. Yeah, how's your self-esteem? Did you learn anything in conflict resolution today? I mean, these mothers are like little Barbie dolls. Just pull the string on the back, and the mother repeats the report of the kids. Give me a break, Mom. I got a chat here going. I got a text going here with Zeke. So Zeke arranges to go to summer camp. The little Zoe went to it. Everything's hunky-dory, and Mom's sitting there crying about it. What up? No, that cute little picture in the New York Times Magazine on Sunday, no. Dawn asking a question. That was family vacation. That was down in Panama City, Florida. That picture was taken out there on the Gulf of Mexico. Anyway, back to the phone. I can't. So we had this brilliant student from the University of Florida talking about parents teaching their kids right and wrong and so forth. Can you imagine how distressing it is to a kid to be put on a bus to go to summer camp and there's your mom crying her eyes out? What kind of confidence is that? Mom, should I stay? You seem so upset. Kid probably saying, that's okay, she'll get over it. Get us out of here. Jack, where are you? South Carolina.